Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something really interesting. The power our subconscious mind seems to have over, well, everything in our lives. And for this, we're looking at excerpts from a review of a real classic in this field, Dr. Joseph Murphy's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, which came out way back in 1963. Our mission today, to kind of unpack why this book, from 60 years ago, still gets talked about. We'll explore its main ideas, the techniques it suggests. Think of this as your shortcut to grasping these pretty big concepts.
That's a good way to put it. Murphy's core idea, as the review really brings out, is, well, it's powerful. He's saying if you learn to tap into your subconscious, really work with it, you can unlock potential for, success, happiness, even physical healing. It's about using this inner resource most of us kind of ignore.
Okay, so if the subconscious has all this influence,
Yeah.
how did Murphy say we should, steer it? How do we direct it towards what we actually want? What's the main idea there?
What's really fascinating, and Murphy hammers this home, is that your subconscious mind, it apparently doesn't really know the difference between something that's actually happening and something you just imagine really vividly or believe really deeply. It just takes whatever you impress upon it as, the truth. So the logic follows. If you consistently feed it positive stuff, positive thoughts, beliefs, the subconscious starts working to make your inner world and maybe even your outer circumstances match those beliefs. It's like a feedback loop.
Right, and he gives actual methods for doing this. Yeah,
Wow.
I remember reading about autosuggestion. That was a big one.
Exactly. Autosuggestion is key for Murphy. It's basically deliberately repeating positive statements, affirmations to yourself. And it's not just like daydreaming. He presents it as a systematic way to overwrite old negative patterns, things maybe you don't even know are there deep down. By hammering in these new positive beliefs, you're essentially rewiring those automatic pathways in your mind.
And besides the affirmations, there's that other big tool people talk about, visualization. How does that fit in? How does he say it works?
Yeah, visualization. For Murphy, it's more than just picturing things. It's about creating such a clear, vivid mental movie of what you want and feeling it so strongly that your subconscious accepts it as if it's already real. You have to feel that conviction. He argues this then kind of sets your internal compass, guiding your actions, your perceptions, subconsciously towards making that vision happen.
And this ties into that bigger idea he has.
Yeah.
Faith over fear.
Precisely. It connects directly. He basically says whatever you truly deeply believe, good stuff or bad stuff, things you hope for or things you dread, that's what tends to manifest. Because, again, the subconscious just accepts your dominant belief as reality and starts, acting on it. The review even mentions Murphy using these real-life example stories of people apparently healing physically just by shifting their mindset and affirming health. Shows that mind-body link he believed in.
So, looking at the book review, what makes this decades-old book still connect? The review mentions it's written simply, easy-to-grasp language, and uses lots of stories, anecdotes, which makes these big ideas feel more, real. It calls it timeless wisdom, which seems kind of right, given how it fits with modern wellness thinking.
True, it definitely has strengths. But, for a balanced view, the review also brings up some criticisms. Some people find it a bit repetitive, like he's saying the same core things in different ways. And importantly, there's the whole lack of scientific basis point. It is very anecdotal, lots of stories, not much, hard data in the modern sense. So for someone needing that scientific proof, it might not land.
That's a fair point, especially the science angle. So, okay, given those criticisms may be repetitive, definitely anecdotal, why does it still get, a 4.5 out of 5 rating in the review? Why is it still recommended so often for people wanting growth or just a better mindset?
I think it boils down to the sheer power of its central message. It really convinces you, or tries to convince you, that your mind is this incredibly powerful tool. And that if you consistently practice thinking positively and really believe it deep down, you actually have the power to change your reality. It's a very empowering idea.
So the core message is that potential lies within our own minds.
Exactly. And that leads to a pretty interesting thought to leave you with. If it's true, as Murphy suggests, that the subconscious accepts whatever we deeply believe, maybe the next step isn't